Good morning. I know this may be confusing. I'll go over everything as simply as I can. So last episode I mentioned that I wanted to get into some side quests before we get into Karma Files. Now I wanted to do PictoZumi and the Z-Cell collecting quest on this episode here. However, I did not anticipate how lengthy collecting the Z-Cells would be. So what I'm going to be doing is cutting up the video that this episode here is dedicated to completing PictoZumi, and then the next episode will be getting into the Z-Cell side quest. I've recorded multiple sessions collecting Z-Cells, and I feel that if I combine them as one episode, it's just way too lengthy and it's just easier to separate the episodes. If I combined it all as one, it would easily be 3+ hours, so that's kind of why I'm going in this direction. Hopefully you all understand. Hopefully that summarizes everything really quickly. And I think that's about it. See you guys in the episode. Yeah. Good morning, and I hope you've been well, and this is part 168 of the Pokemon Rejuvenation V13.5 Let's Play. Set mode, no items, so yeah. So as you can see, we are definitely not in Sashila anymore, but we are in East Garden City, Neo. The reason for that is, like I brought up on the last episode towards the very end, I have decided to get into some side quest episodes, and then we will be getting into the Karma File storyline. So if you are somebody that doesn't really care about the side quests and whatnot, that's totally fine. I would recommend, voice crack there, sorry. I would recommend not watching the next few episodes, so Now for today's episode, I would like to get the PictoZumi side quest completed, and I would like to get into the Zygarde quest, collecting all the Z-Cells and getting that done and completed. If there is still some time at the end of the episode, I might add a quest or two. I'm not really sure which one I would get into. I just know that PictoZumi and the Zygarde quest can definitely be very lengthy, so I think we'll keep it simple, just do those two. And then next episode, pick up some of the more small to medium sized ones. If you are curious on those, I would like to get the... Now, it's not really like a quest, it's more so like an event. There's a classroom within Access High University that has a few students that you battle and you get some cool items. I think like some Mega Stones and stuff like that. So I do want to get that done and completed. There is the Jean and Zara butterfly battle is what I'll call it. I would like to get that done and completed. There's Poisonous Luck, Bagon and Togepi quest, Magikarp Magic. Now, the Bagon, Togepi, Poisonous Luck, Magikarp Magic, I don't know if I can start those now. I will look into that and see. If I can, then I would like to get a lot of those done. If I can't at this point, and I actually have to get into Karma Files and make some progress within that chapter there, then we'll just kind of hold off on those for the time being. So I think that's pretty much it, honestly. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, right. I guess before we get into the PictoZumi quest, there is a few updates on the channel, more so playthroughs that I plan to get into. So since Ao Oni's done and completed, it's a RPG horror game that I started a few weeks ago. I did not anticipate completing it, that early, but we did in, I think, like 2, maybe 3 weeks max, I think of the sort. That's done and completed, as I said a million times. The next series that I do plan to get into is The Forest of Drizzling Rain. It's another RPG horror story-rich style of game. I don't know anything about it. The art style looks cool to me, so I think that's the next one we will be getting into, and that should be uploaded next week, I believe. Question mark. I'm not 100% certain, but I think next week we should be good to go on all of that. Now, Rejuvenation. I know we're getting close to the end. I would estimate we have about another 20 more episodes, including storyline and other very lengthy side quests for this series here. After we get this one done and completed. Oh right, and of course I would like to get a couple of theory videos uploaded as well. I'll talk more about that once we get towards the end of Karma Files, because I'm still kind of... I don't mind doing them, it's just I'm not the world's most organized person, so I definitely have to organize something when I potentially tackle a video like that, but yeah, anyways, 20 something episodes is what I estimate, and that includes theory videos, quest, storyline stuff. Once we get that all said and done, I plan to get into a Silver Soul Link with my sister. We've been planning that for many years. It's time that we do it, so once this is done and completed, we're going to get into that. Now, V14. I'm not going to worry about it until there's actual news, when there is an actual estimated release date. I've had a few comments in the past asking about that, and as I've always said, I don't know anything about the release date. I've always said it, I've always been on the side that Jane, Zumi, and all the developers should take their time, do not rush it. I would rather wait a few more years and have a very amazing, polished out game than one that is like severely rushed and then released, very similar to V13. I think that's the greatest example that I can give, because if I remember correctly, that had a lot of bugs that I personally experienced, and I believe many others did as well. So whenever it's released and out, we'll definitely switch up the upload schedules and whatnot from then on, but for the time being, not worrying about it. The only reason I'm bringing it up because I've gotten a few comments about it, so yeah. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Let's get into the PictoZumi side quest here. Okay, so for the PictoZumi side quest, for new players or repeat players that may get stuck, lost, or confused, this is a giant Easter egg hunt. That is the best way that I can describe this side quest. You're pretty much going around the avian region, finding particular Pokemon for Zumi. Now, a lot of these are a little bit more tricky, because I think a lot of them are more low rate encounters, so do keep that in mind. Now, of course, I will show all of the locations on how to find them all, so the main thing for you is to just get lucky enough to find some of these. Hey, what's that you got there? Can I take a look? Yeah, I had a feeling it was just a Pokedex. I love that. I'm Zumi. I'm a digital artist. I also work with Jane down at Gearin Lab. Say, would you be interested in doing a little job for me? Promise that it'll pay well. Awesome. This will be a long-term project if that's alright. There's a Pokemon on Route 2 that's super duper rare. It's called Dedenne. It only appears during the daytime. If you can catch one and show me its Pokedex entry, I'll be happy. So of course, as you heard from her, you're going to want to go over to Route 2 during the daytime to get yourself a Dedenne. Now, I think I do have one in the PC, but just for new players, I will go on ahead and find another one just to show that we are in the right spot. Now, I'm trying to remember. Right, you will need to change your time on your computer. So for some of the encounters, not every single one, but some of them you will have to change it. So I will save here again, and then I'm going to change it during the morning time. Alright, I'm back. Sorry for the pause there. I do have my time at 8 a.m. Well, technically 8:03, but just to keep it simple, 8 a.m. It's in the morning time. I'm pretty sure that you can obtain a Dedenne in the morning and like daytime. I just don't think it can be encountered during the nighttime. I might be wrong. Or did Zumi actually say it was during the daytime? I don't remember, honestly. Maybe I did say daytime and I'm just misremembering, but I'm pretty sure it's an encounter during the daytime. Or morning, just not nighttime. Now, at least give it a few more attempts. If I don't find one, then I'll just pause here until I do encounter one. Oh well, there you go. Now of course, as you saw with the Jinx scent, I would always recommend that you have it at 1,000. It just makes life a lot more easy, so yeah. So we'll go on ahead and capture this guy here, and I will add it to the PC. Sorry, not the PC. add the DNA to the party, and then we'll go on ahead and fly back to Zumi. Let's see. Nice. Ah, that's the DNA. Awesome. I'll just take a few pictures and log down the data. Hey, thanks. As for your payment, how about we work with this? Alon got the advanced Pokédex. That there is an upgrade to your Pokédex. It'll show you tons more informative about your Pokemon, like movesets and stuff. I think I read that line wrong, sorry. Listen, I know it's a lackluster reward when the internet is at our fingertips, but I said this was a long-term project, right? It'll make more sense later. Anyway, I'll just let you know your next assignment. Have you ever been to Golden Leaf area? Bit of a rough area, but I hear you could find a Drifloon there. Pretty rare, but if you can find one, I'll make it worth your while. Sounds like a plan. And then of course, this one will have to be a nighttime encounter if I'm not mistaken. So we're gonna fly all the way to Wispy Tower, and I believe within the Wispy Path area is where you can find one. Now of course I will have to stop here for a moment and change my time to nighttime. Alright, I'm back, and I have it at 12:30 a.m. And again, I'll at least run around a few times. If I don't find one super soon, I'll just pause until I do encounter one. Now again, for some players, you might get lucky, you may not get so lucky, and it might take a while. I kind of wish there was a better way you can go about this, but to be fair, it's just a quest that's meant to take some time, so And I would certainly say, while it definitely can be time consuming, the rewards are definitely worthwhile if you wish to invest the time into doing this quest. As I've always said, I love doing side quests. I don't mind spending the time to do so. I just know that some players may not be the same as me and just not really want to put the time into it, which I can understand. I'll give it 5 more attempts and then I'll pause. So number 4, 3, I think this is number 1. Alright, I will pause here and I'll see you guys in a moment. Alright, 20 million years later, finally found it. This took a lot longer than I wanted it to, but we got it. I would say, in all honesty, I've been just running in the grass for, I want to say like a solid 8 to 10 minutes, so hopefully you have better luck than I did. Now, I know I probably didn't have to recapture a lot of these, but again, I just want to show where you can actually, you know, obtain them if you are a new player, so yeah. And like I said before, I don't mind redoing it. It's all good. It's all good. Okay. Let's go give her the good news. Whoops. Oh man, that's a Drifloon, alright. Creepy little brat. Okay, that's well and done. Here, take this as a reward for your efforts. Alrighty, your next target will be a Pyukumuku. Pyukumuku is native to Terrajuma, so it'll be a bit of a trek, but thanks. Now thankfully this one is not that difficult at all, because if I'm not mistaken, Pyukumuku is a static encounter. And I believe you can find them within Tele Resort, on like the beach area. At least I think, if I remember correctly. Maybe? Or was it Kukuri. Actually, real quick, let me... Am I going crazy? I thought there was some, like, over here. Maybe I am going crazy. Is it, like, down here? I'm trying to go off of memory, too, so I'm probably wrong. Oh, yeah, okay. There's, like, some over there. I guess I had, like, the wrong spot. Or maybe within... Tele Resort, they appear during the daytime? I don't really think that's the thing though, but regardless, apologize for being wrong there, but here they are there. Go on ahead and capture one. Let's hear for the like squeak sound a few seconds ago. That was my boot on the floor. Please stay in the ball. I don't really have anything that can attack you. I mean, I got this guy, but I'll just keep chucking a few Ultra Balls. There we go. Okay, we'll send you on back, and off to Zumi we go. Let's see here. Spicy. That's Pukamuka, alright. You know the deal. Thank you. Please take these. Alrighty, this one's gonna be a bit of a doozy. Your next target is a Mareep. It's one of my favorite lines ever. There are lighthouses all around Terrajuma that use Ampharos to power them, so finding a Mareep can't be too hard, right? Now, actually, you get that one Mareep from a quest, though. I'm not certain if you can find one in the wild. I think that's one that you have to do the quest in order to get one. Let me save real quick and see if it counts as an Ampharos. Yes, it does. Okay, so for this one here, I'll look it up in a moment just in case. You have to complete whatchamacallit. I think the Sidequest is called Lurking Lighthouse within Terrajuma's Hope Center request. Once you do that, it's like a little bit of like a storyline. You go through these lighthouses, and then once you complete it, you can obtain a Mareep as your prize. So I assume if you have a Mareep and you've evolved it into an Ampharos, it does count. So yeah, now, right, I will see if you can find one in the wild. If you can, it's gotta be like late game. I'll take a peek just in case though. Availability, complete Lurking Lighthouse quest. So okay, that's the only way that you're gonna get yourself a Mareep. So if you have not done that side quest, you're going to have to do it. Now, of course, I can't really show you that unless you go back to an older video of me actually doing that quest, so yeah. Baby, you know the deal, Alon. You've been helping me so much and I really appreciate it. And to show you my appreciation, I'm going to give you a special gift. Alon obtained Mareep. And then of course you get yourself a avian form Mareep here. And I gotta say, I really love it, man. Ampharos is in my top 10 favorites. I love Ampharos a lot, so seeing him get avian form is really cool. So we'll transfer him back to the PC for the time being. You're looking at me like I'm crazy. Trust me, I'm not. That's an avian Mareep. They can only be found on Arctica Island north of here, so I would say that's a pretty good reward, no? Your next target is a Toxel. They usually appear in West Giron City. West Giron is kind of tricky to get into, so if you don't have a way in, I would wait till you do. So, I'm not sure if new players have been kind of catching on. She pretty much has you getting these Pokemon as you traverse through the story. So, for an example, some of them are going to be on the mainland, and then kind of in this area here, and then whatchamacallit, and then West Giron, and then so on. It is a really like neat little quest overall. It can be tedious. I can understand it. I don't personally mind doing these kind of quests, but voice crack there. But yeah, I can see why it can be a little bit on the tedious side for some people. Still, in my opinion, worthwhile to do. But anyways, Toxel is going to be down in the factory area here. You just want to go down the elevator, and I'm pretty sure there's a elevator. It's not here, but there's an elevator somewhere that takes you. Is it this one? Oh wait, I'm sorry, wrong area. My bad. We want to go over here, question mark? Yeah, here we go. Sorry about that. There should be a door. Or is it out in the open? I thought there was like a certain like area. Maybe not. I don't know why. I thought there was like a certain like door area. It might be just like out in the open, like here. I'll take a look around real quick. Maybe I'm thinking of like a different thing. I'm trying to remember. Because I thought there was like a sewers area that looked similar to that, but it had like this door with like a certain like room and whatnot. You know what I bet I'm thinking of? Pokemon Reborn, how to get Gumi. With like the gum key. Yeah. Because like there's like that puzzle. That might be what I'm thinking of. Maybe? I'm not really certain, honestly. You don't see Oddish too often. There we go, okay. Maybe I'm thinking of Reborn then. But yeah, here's a Toxel here. Thankfully this one didn't take super long to obtain. Now, I'm not certain on the actual like percentage. I believe all of these should be like 5% or lower. Something of the sort. But again, I don't know the specific number. Okay, so let me save here. And let's get on out of here. Oh right, let me... turn this off. Also... right, that's still ongoing. That's still an ongoing one, okay. Because I think we have to complete Karma Files to do Parks and Recs, I think is what it's called. Something like that. Okay, let me grab my wings. Do a little bit of some flying. And back to Zumi we go. Yep, that's a Toxel. Let's do our thing. Hey, so the Toxel found in Avium are a bit weird. Next time you get the chance, you should try using a Firestone on one. Wink wink. Anyway, here's your payment. Now when she says that, if I'm not mistaken, isn't Amber's Toxel the Avium form? Sorry? I think it is actually, so if you do want the Avium variant then wink wink, that's how you get it. Alrighty, let's see here. What else is on the agenda for today? Alright, this one is gonna take a while, so there's no rush. I hear there's more than one avian species in the Badlands. Thing is, the one I'm curious about is apparently kinda tiny, so it'll be hard to find. Not to mention that rarely anyone goes there, so it's not very well documented, but I would really like it if you could show it to me if you manage to come across it. So go on out there and get hunting. So this one I believe is Avian Badoo, and we will need to change our time to the morning time if I'm not mistaken. I remember learning that the hard way during our normal Rejuvenation series, because at the time I was like, it was still like new and whatnot, so I was kind of like, is it daytime, is it nighttime, is it morning time? And I kept like switching the time, and then I finally found it during the morning, so it took me a lot longer than I needed to, but that's okay. That's alright. Alright, I'm back. Sorry for the pause there. It is the morning time. I have my time set to, let's just say, round it up, 9 a.m. in the morning. Alright, for the Toxel, I didn't bring up like a time thing there. If I'm not mistaken, for that guy, I don't think it actually matters what time it is, so that's actually really cool. I would certainly like, oh, wrong bag. There we go. Maractus is such a cool Pokemon. Okay, anyways. I at least think it's... You're kind of cool too. Getting a lot of shinies. I actually kind of like that. I never seen shiny Gligar before. Please stay in the ball. There we go. Save here. And yeah, that's kind of wild. I wonder what the odds of that are, like 3 shinies in a row. Wild. Okay. To be fair, we do have the shiny charm though, but still, that's kind of really wacky odds there. Now, for the Avian Badoo, I'm going to be honest, this one, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be a really rough encounter. It's just going to take a lot of time, very similar to Drifloon, honestly. I'll give it a few more tries. If I don't find it soon, I'll just pause until I do find one. Get the Gligar. Now there might be like better ways to go about these encounters. This is just what I've always done though. It's what I've known. I also kind of hope it's a morning type encounter. I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, it's found in the morning. Maybe daytime is fine too. I don't know actually. But if I remember correctly, it's not a nighttime encounter. I'll give it a few more tries and then I'll just pause. That's a really cool shiny. Let's stale. Alright, one more and then I'll just pause. Okay, I will pause here and then I will see you guys in a moment. Alright, about 200 million years later, we found it. Now, jokes aside, this one took me about 4 minutes, so definitely a lot better than the Drifloon, but it definitely took me quite a bit of time, but not too bad. Okay, so we'll go on ahead and get that guy, save here. Oh, that I didn't mean to put it into the PC. That's okay. Now I think as long as like you have it on like the Pokedex and captured, you don't have to show it to her. I'm just gonna go ahead and do so just in case. So we'll run to Zumi real quick. Just saying hi. Did you actually manage to find that small avian Pokemon from the Badlands? I believe so. I kind of wonder if you just saying hi. Just saying hi. Hi. Okay. I believe so. That's a Badoo, but it's not a normal Badoo. Please allow me to grab some pictures and screenshots from your Pokedex. What a cool discovery. I believe you should try using a Sunstone on that one whenever you get the chance. Anyway, here's your payment. That's right. That right there is an Ampharosite. It can be used to Mega Evolve Ampharos. Johtoan Ampharos, that is, sadly. Avian Ampharos doesn't have the capability of Mega Evolution. Alrighty, final job. I heard a rumor of an avian Pokemon residing within the Axis High Factory. Axis Factory at Axis High University, sorry. I'm an alumni? How do we say that word? From there, but I've never entered Axis High Factory myself. If you could show me the Pokemon found there, then I'll call this case closed. And then of course that is a avian... What am I? Litwick. Avian Litwick, sorry. I was about to say, I didn't remember the name, but then it just like came to my mind. So I guess we'll go on ahead and take the train on over. Try not to step on any grass. Step on any grass, sorry. Tournament Stadium. Shouldn't there be... No. I thought there was a way to the school on over here. Or is it... Okay, it's this way, right. Oh, sorry. Wrong way. Now, I don't think the time matters for this guy as well, similar to the Toxel. Now, I'm not certain on the encounter rate of Avian Lampent. I don't think it's as bad as, oh well, I guess, for the Mareep, you can find one within this area here. On the wiki it just showed, maybe it was like out of date though. But I guess I'll capture a Durlodon. I don't really know its stats honestly, but I don't think it's a bad Pokemon by any means. I'm not certain though. Let's see. Ampharos there. Durlodon. I'm pretty sure when we went through this, before I battled Zumi, I thought I ran into one, so there... Oh, well. There you are. Now, I do already have one of these guys. I think for the, Phantom Egg, event, where you trade the kid that egg and you get like a random egg. I think it's like 1 out of 16 or 24. That's the one that we got from that one there. I just never really used it on the series because since this is a set mode no items series that I wanted to... I guess how do I want to word it? At the beginning of the series, I brought it up that I want this to be a guide not only for myself, but for new and repeat players that may get stuck, lost, or confused. I just didn't want to use a Pokemon that you don't normally get till later within the game, so that's why I never really used it. Now I definitely could if I really wanted to, but yeah, just a little explanation there. Let's see. Can I fly out of here? No. Actually, I can, but it'd just be easier to go to Route 9. Okay, let me go to East Cairn City. And... Right, I could just go to the remote PC. I have to redo my PC a little bit. It's a little bit disorganized, but that's okay. Did you bring me that avian Pokemon spotted in Access Factory? Just saying hi again. Hi again. I believe so. Whoa. Please allow me to grab some pictures and screenshots no, sorry, I had it right the first time. From your Pokedex. What a cool discovery. It looks like that thing evolves when you level it up while it knows Zap Cannon, then after that, maybe try a Thunderstone. I don't know. Anyway, here's your final payment. Okay, well, that's about it. That's all I have for you. Thank you so much for helping me out, Alon. I'm going to go ahead... I read that wrong. I'm going to head back to the lab now. See ya. And then... when she says the lab, I'm pretty sure she's meaning... down here. Now, of course, you can't really access a lot of this until... you have done the... oh goodness, I think what, the 3 or 4 quests within East Garden City Neo? Once you complete all of them, you're pretty much able to get access into this area here. And I think she's... here she is. Hey, thanks for helping me out before Alon, sorry. Guess I should get back to my actual duties now, huh? Hope you like the character art this version. I really worked hard on it. No need to look at me like that, Alon. I'm sure somebody you know may get what I'm talking about. I want to read that again. Thanks for helping me out before Alon. I guess I should get back to my actual duties now. Hope you like the character art this version. I worked really hard on it. No need to look at me like that, Alon. I'm sure someone you know may get what I'm talking about. Oh, right, because she's done a lot of the, like, art and whatnot. Like, yeah, she's a character within the game, but she's a person in real life, one of the developers, so yeah. And I'm pretty sure... well... I probably shouldn't say stuff about Discord stuff. Because it's like a Patreon thing. Just to keep it vague, I know I definitely like donated to her to help out with some certain things, so definitely happy to help out with her, you know, future endeavors and whatnot. And it's amazing how others have joined in as well to help. Whether it's with Jane and his Patreon, Zumi, whether it's actually donating or supporting the Patreon, so... I've always said it before, it's honestly like amazing the work that they do. It cannot be easy. Why did I fly twice? I'm sorry. That was dumb of me there. But no, it honestly takes so much like time, effort, and work and whatnot to do a project this insanely large, so yeah, always happy to help out and whatnot. Alright, it's I from the future again. I just want to do my usual outro for the Zumi quest. At the point that I'm recording this, I did thankfully complete collecting all the Z cells, so I'm tired, but I'm happy. Love you guys, take care of yourselves out there, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day or night. Good morning.